Hello, Leo and Leo Rising. Welcome to your Teen Rune Scope with me. My name is Amanda. Let's jump right in with the runes and see what they want to tell you. For teen. Okay. And as always, I do recommend you also watch the video for your rising sign as well, if you know it. That can give you some more information about other things that you'll be dealing with in May. Of course, the only way to get a reading only for you is to schedule one with me. I do those on Skype. It is $5 for a 3-minute session. Just drop me a line at the email address in this video or below this video if you want to set up an appointment, and we will get you scheduled. Please do be patient. It can take me a few days to get back to you sometimes if there are a lot of people ahead of you. Also wanted to mention I will be doing another online rune class. This is going to be 1st through May 10th. If you would like to sign up for that, drop me a line at the same email address in the video or below the video. If you're on a mobile device or cell phone, just tap the arrow beneath this video, and that will open up the details section. And you can click on my email there and drop me a line. The rune class is $, and you do need to be able to devote about 4 hours per week to that if you want to take it. Because there are lectures to watch and homework assignments, but there are no live sessions. The deadline to sign up for that and pay is the 28th, so be sure that you get in touch with me and get paid up by noon on the 28th. But let's jump in and see what we've got for Leo for 20. Your focus seems to be on revealing the truth of a situation, because we have the Tower in the reverse. So in the reverse, this means that someone is, someone's lying, basically. The truth is not being revealed. There could be some trickery going on. Now, Leo, some of you may be the ones doing the facade wearing here. So, I mean, your focus may be that you're trying to maintain a facade, and sometimes this can be a work facade, because, we're not at work. We sometimes show a different side of ourselves. We're all multifaceted. That's part of being human. So maybe at work, it's getting a bit more difficult, especially if you work with the public, or if you work, in a situation where you have to be on all the time. You could just find it difficult to maintain that facade. Now, those of you who have been deceiving someone, because, there are good Leos and there are bad Leos, just like there are good of any sign and bad of any sign. You may be deceiving someone, and you may have trouble maintaining that or keeping something hidden. It'd be more difficult for you to do that. The truth may come out whether you want it to or not. But for a lot of you, I feel like this has to do with either maintaining a facet of your personality, either professionally, maybe someone, this could be someone else. It could be a male in your life who presented himself as one thing, and then he turns out to not be another, because we have Tear coming up. This is always associated with masculine energy. Could be a masculine female, just to put that out there. But because these are energies, not so much, the physical male-female type thing. So yeah, a more masculine woman or a male in your life presented themselves in one way, and you're finding out in a way that, you're a little suspicious of that. Is that really who they are? Is that really who this person is? Were their intentions really what they said they were? But for those of you who need it, I do feel like you will be either giving advice or receiving advice from someone in order to balance a relationship. Temperance talks about bringing together opposites, merging opposites. Combining air with water, combining fire with earth. I mean, those elements that don't normally mix together. There can be in a coming together of opposites, a merging of opposites, or having to give up something to keep the peace sort of thing. Temperance can also talk about mediation, and you do have Yara, which is the rune of legalities and the justice system coming up. So some of you be indeed consulting a lawyer, talking to a lawyer about mediating a lawsuit or moving forward, your options as far as moving forward, or getting someone to settle, giving up something to get something. Again, going back to what temperance means. Some of you may be reaching the end of a academic achievement. So you'd be graduating in it. That would be the simplest answer. Or somebody around you would be graduating in it, and that'd be bringing you together with people that you don't get along with completely. But it's really going to be. Yara also talks about harvest. So it talks about seeds that we've sown being, the reaping of that. So if the seeds that you have sown have been of discord with others, then you'd be reaping that. And vice versa. If people that you're having to be around have been, if it's been seeds of discord, I do feel like for the most part, balance will be achieved though, no matter what the situation. Just be awkward. Awkward is the word I'm getting for me if you have to be around people that you don't particularly jive with. Help that's going to be available to you. Some of you may be purchasing a new car because I have the Chariot coming up in reverse and Rido, which has to do with travel also, and Canas for new beginnings. So very much so. You'll be getting, the old car go kaput, but that enables you to get the new one. So those of you who be careful traveling, because this could also be the result of an accident. You get in an accident and then, you got a replacement car, or you're able to kind of, be totaled out if you get in an accident. So please drive safely. We do have Mercury retrograde at the end of May. That goes along with travel delays and issues with a car. And I don't know, I think a new car came up for you last month, Leo. I'm trying to remember. It came up for somebody. Maybe it was Aries. I don't remember. But somebody was getting a new car, and I feel like it was you. So those of you who didn't get a new car last month, you may very well be doing it. So if your old car craps out on you, don't be too upset about it, because it's going to enable you to get a really cool new one. But yeah, this will be one that you've always wanted, and you didn't ever think that you could get. But you will be able to do that. And some of you, this could just be a trip or travel that you've been wanting to do. Wanting to take, you'd be getting away, taking a vacation in May with Rido. That is the card of travel or moving. But yeah, definitely coming up next to that Chariot. I definitely feel like for a lot of you, it has to do with the vehicle itself. But it could be also, a shift or a change of location, new job, new place to live. That's going to be a help to you. So I feel like for most of you, it's just a change of scenery. You need to get away. And maybe you didn't think you were going to be able to get away, but then you can, even if it's just for a few days. You can kind of get away and focus on you for a while, or maybe you're going with your partner and get a chance to reconnect or solve. If this is the same person that you feel like is, have they been hiding something from me, or is this really who this person is? You'd be like, hey, let's get away, so you can really kind of hone in on them and figure it out. Figure out if you're on the same page or not. What can't be changed? There seems to be some disruptions around your home or property in May, Leo. And this could just be things going on if you're renovating or fixing up the home, because I know that came up for you. And also some of you will be continuing that into May. Or those of you who didn't start it in roll, because again, these are general readings. The energies can kind of overlap, for a few months. Those of you who didn't start on that and be starting on it, you may be this kind of talks about like you're trying to do one thing, but then you find out like there's something wrong with something else that you have to fix before you can do kind of a cosmetic thing. Something you think that initially will be easy that turns out to be a great big old hassle. Because it's more complicated than you thought. Some of you be looking to buy property and you find out that there's something going on with it that you didn't see, first of all. With the Hanged Man in reverse, this could be something that, maybe you didn't notice it the first time through, or the first time you saw the place. And with Hagalas, it's talking about a disruption around property or a home that you'd be looking to purchase, Leo. So those of you who, again, goes along with Mercury retrograde. So if you want to purchase a home, try to get that wrapped up within the first 2 weeks of May, if you can, before Mercury turns direct, because after that's not a good time to sign contracts of any sort, really. Definitely make sure you have a good inspection, that you know what you're dealing with financially. So you may be trying to sell property, and you get an offer, but they want you to fix something, or they want you to change something about the property before they'll buy it or work it in, and you may be like, oh, we're not doing that. They come at last minute, or unexpected. You think you've got a deal, and they say, well, hold up, they decided that they wanted you to do this first, or they're not going to buy the property, or something like that. So yeah, property issues crop up in Leo. There'll be some disruptions around home, and particularly renovations to a property, or buying or selling property. Let's see what else we got coming up here. There may be some dealings going on with a female energy that you don't get along with. And this may be somebody connected to the Page of Rods. Page of Rods is normally a fire sign like you. So another Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. This is normally a child, or somebody, so this could be your son, or somebody who is, a younger brother. But this is normally a child, or an adult acting like a child. Because, that's, it's just the way the energy goes here. But yeah, you get this may be the child of your sister, or somebody you don't get along with, because I got a female coming up who is you just really don't get along with this person. You find her manipulative. You feel like she's trying to manipulate or use her child to manipulate you in some way. Now, Leo, for some of you, this could be you, or, you'd be trying to manipulate a child or someone younger than you by pulling away, or freezing them out in some way, so they won't do something you don't want to do. Try to shy away from manipulations like that, Leo. That stuff can karmically come back to bite you in the rear. If it's you, again, it may be someone else doing this to you, and the same thing applies, but manipulation, never a good thing karmically. That'll bite you in the butt every time. So try not to try to control others. And if someone's trying to control you, what they're saying is just, remove yourself from the situation. And this could be around somewhere you're expected to go, travel. This could be these people trying to buy this property from you, and then they throw this unexpectedly at you, trying to manipulate you, got you to cave to their demands, and that's not cool. I think you should fire right back to them. This may not be a person in all cases. The Page of Rods can also just talk about, okay, no, we don't like this idea, but here's a new one. We won't fix that, but we'll fix this. Or we won't fix that, but we'll knock off a little bit in the price. As long as you're willing to compromise and go back to them, they still not go for it. I feel like, whoever you're dealing with here is very, she's adamant. She's just as stubborn as you are, whoever this is, about getting her way. So, you just be best to wait for a better offer to come along, or to, again, remove yourself from the situation, or not be around this person, or not deal with this person at all. So, if you were, again, that Temperance, trying to marry opposites or get opposites to compromise, seems to be the theme for me. And, you are a fixed sign, Leo, so you are less likely to compromise than most. But in May, you meet in someone else who is just as stubborn as you. And it's like, well, I guess we're just done with whatever this is then. I guess this is just not going to be feasible. So you could be dealing with someone who's causing you some problems but I feel like it's not gonna, mostly you're going to be focused on home and property. Some of you be focused on buying a new car, or planning travel, taking a trip. So, there are just going to be some little frustrations around in the people that you have to deal with, Leo, but that's hardly new. Especially if you work in a situation where you have to pretend like you're so happy to be there and deal with people, in person, or in a one-on-one sort of way. And this could be just an especially demanding client, or customer, or somebody that you have to work with, even though you don't want to. It could be a coworker who, initially was like, oh yes, I'll do this and this and this on this project, and then drops the ball. totally doesn't show up for a presentation, doesn't show up for a creative meeting. There's something about someone either being late or just looking unprofessional, if that's the way that this shows up. So now that you know that, Leo, maybe you can be a little bit more prepared for it. People be a bit more difficult to deal with. You'd be kind of at your wit's end with, with dealing with some people in it. But yeah, a lot of that probably just has to do with the Mercury retrograde. You will probably find after that goes direct that things get back to normal and you get back to dealing with things, it'll just be more manageable. Because Mercury does tend to stir up miscommunications, misunderstandings, miss, all of those MIS words that we don't want to deal with. So that is what I see, Leo, for me. Good luck with that, and I'll see you back here in